Achei que é uma nachos.
All right, everybody. Good night, people. It is myself. It is Ronaldo. It is Robin. And it is the rest of my community as well, people. And welcome to the CrSquared podcast, people. You know, back at it again. And finally, it is 1, 2, 3 of us back in the same space. Back to entertain you guys. Back to engage you in another good conversation. People continue to follow us. Continue to like us on Instagram. Continue to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And continue to listen to it. So wherever you listen to your podcast, it, once again, people, is the CrSquared podcast. And as I just introduced my other colleagues, my other members, my other people that hang out here on a Friday time, let them go ahead and introduce themselves.
Alright, so let me take the floor, the stage, the screen. Right now, Ronaldo here on the CrSquared podcast. You know, we're here to do a bunch of stuff, have a bunch of conversation. You know, hopefully you guys would be, you know, here with us and engage with us. Right now, we're just here to reason and share reviews and points. It's another season.
Wow.
Pass it over.
Oh my gosh.
Pass it over to Robin.
Hello, it's me, Robin. That's it.
Alright, people. And there,
Moving on.
And there, exactly. There you have it, people. There you have it. I'm not going to say nothing because I don't want...
Don't say anything.
You see that? You see that?
Don't
But
say
anyways,
anything.
people. But once again, you know, we're going to get right into the conversation without further ado. So, if it is that you're Jamaican, or if you're not Jamaican, well, if you're not Jamaican, we're going to make you aware of it now. And if you are Jamaican, chances are you've been aware of it. If you're not aware of it, then you know where you live on the north side of the earth. The family know what you've been doing. But the BPO industry in Jamaica is a big thing, big elbow thing. Everywhere, every crevice, every corner, every ditch, every old one, there's a call center that is there, people. It is taking over the place. Now, the line of conversation I want to introduce to the people, which is once again, I wonder if Jamaicans would hear about it, is that once you leave high school, it don't make no sense for do nothing else, because the only job you're going to get is a call center work. And when you reach there, you're stuck there and no one can happen and all of that.
Yo.
So, the reason why I feel like, well, I feel like everybody right us up on the podcast, you know, have something to say about it, because I have been in the BPO industry now as an agent, and recently...
1 minute. What does BPO even mean? You know, for the
Just tell the
folks
people
who don't know.
big words.
You
Using abbreviations.
Abbreviations.
Yes, I just remember, like, me that for process it. Now, me that for dig up, search through my brain a while ago for remember it. But people, it is business processing outsourcing, or business process outsourcing. Either process or processing, but it simply means that a company is responsible for taking on the responsibility of the call center for another company. So, me just have my company and name, Casper Industries, and I am going to reach out to Casey and say, you don't have space for a call center, my company will handle that for you. So we take on the call center role so BPO industry basically takes on the customer service aspect of different companies, which, to be honest, it is a lucrative business, but for me personally, I wouldn't want to participate in it. We can get down to that later on in the podcast. But before, I feel like me up on a high a while ago, and Ronaldo just interrupts me, because I was going to say that I've been in the call center business for some time as an agent, and recently promoted to a supervisor.
Oh yes,
guys.
Oh yes. So you just wanted to get that out there. Oh my God, how could I?
So that's why.
Just you really need to let us
we're
know.
building up to that kind of announcement. Oh
No, I feel like like guys, like audience, hope when you hear all of that bad mind they push out a while ago. Not even a genuine congratulations, you know. But you know, I am going to overlook all of that, people. I'm going to overlook all of that. But my point is that I've been in the call center industry for some time. So has
congratulations, Casper.
Hey boy, good for that, man.
Supervisor now, my God.
You done?
Oh well,
fresh.
since
You
we
can
have
go
been having
ahead.
a time, congratulations! Also, Casper, you have worked hard for
Anyways,
this.
anyways, I want congratulations from you. I'm missing a grand opportunity for this. But anyways, so myself, Ronaldo, Robin, we've all been in the call center industry for varying times. My very first call center, I worked at that call center with Ronaldo, and it was like for 2 months roughly, like 2 to 3 months, and then Robin do him own little thing. Some of the worst place they could have find in Jamaica people,
Yes.
some of the worst, and him can get into it. But my question is, people, do you think that this thing really, it really makes sense, or to the idea that persons can do nothing outside of the call center industry in Jamaica? What do you think?
Alright,
Like-
so Robin looks like he's
like-
ready to go. So I'm gonna
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No, just to that, say like, if you mean like in a Jamaica, the only thing a person could get outside of school or outside of college or university is a job working at a call center. You can't get any other like actual.
Yeah, is
job.
that? Do you think that is the case?
Alright, I don't think that is the case, but I think like 80% of the times it is going to be a call center, because I have worked in call centers and I have met like a lot of different people. That's what I appreciate about call centers, is like you meet like a lot of different peoples, but a lot of different people, right?
Yeah,
But,
but me never asked that, but me I said, I feel like me a rain pay parade one night, so yeah.
Yes, good. And one friend that I met, she did like a law degree, like a big law degree, will cost much millions of dollars from the University of the West Indies, and she is here working at a call center. So I'm like, whoa, this like that. I was taken that back just hearing all of that. So I really just believe like it's more like it's not 100% that you're not going to get a proper job, but majority of the times call centers are just what is available. That's what I believe.
Alright, I would say I agree with what Robin is saying, where there is a majority. So majority of the people who will say leave high school first, like you leave high school, they did not pursue college, most likely you're going to end up in a call center job. Or most likely you're going to pursue, not end up as in you don't have any other choice, but most likely you would pursue a call center job because it's low stress environment. As in,
That
let me
is so
explain.
funny. Low
Low
stress.
stress
Stop
environment
giving people
as
them
in
joke.
to get into it, right? Like the interview is mostly behavioral, like connections.
So basically, say the process is
Yeah,
not
exactly.
tedious, or the process of
Yeah.
getting the job. So basically, it's an easy job to get
Right.
out of high school.
Basically.
I will agree with that.
That's what I'm saying. I know that. Anyways, don't want to say too much about that, but yeah, it's easy to get into. You don't need too many requirements. Now, for someone who, as in Robin's friend's case, finished their law degree, there isn't like something open off the bat where you can go straight into a courthouse or go straight into the Supreme Court or whatever. Usually, the next best thing to make. Exactly. So the next best thing to make some money, is to go into the call center. And I think that the main attractiveness is the ease to get into it and the accessibility of it. Like these guys are always hiring, like always hiring.
Always.
So very, very easy to get into, very, very accessible. So I think that's what leads to majority of students and majority of the people ending up in a sense at the call center.
I mean, the only thing
is that
what that I would like to say is just that, like when they say like always hiring, like before Casper was showing off on us on his supervisor position, he was trying to apply for like a trainer, saying people always need to go to a call center. I always want to work at a call center, so them always.
Well, the thing is that the work ever did, I guess, but I feel like persons will go into go back to the original point where I ask if nothing else that I forget. Now, we can agree with the point that it is most likely to ever end up there because it is very easy to get, and plus you always hear about call center job. People, I just want to say this just want to say this as an interjection. People, I apologize for the people that live at my yard. Robin is going to do him editing magic and get them out of the
I'm going to
background.
try. I'm going to try the best I can. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not Jesus here. I'm not
But
working
no
in
say,
the
but no
miracles.
say I still get to work because that's where I live. But anyways,
We say Ronaldo may edit to my episode. May say other than everybody in our community in the one. I may say, oh Jesus have mercy.
I'm gonna have one episode with them right out there one Friday night. But anyway, still. But what I say, yes, it is the easiest thing to get coming straight out of high school. Coming straight out of anywhere. You want to work, boom, you apply for one call center. You can never. There is no such thing as going on the internet and say, "Oh, jobs in Jamaica," and not see a call center post. Come on. It's just gonna be the first. Just gonna be the first thing.
The most visited link.
exactly, because it is almost a guarantee that you are going to get it after you do it. But me can't. Well, I'm more often said that because I have never. Because every call center interview I've been on, I have gotten it. And persons, maybe hear nobody say, you know, somebody do an interview and I get through.
Well,
Me did the one.
I have heard.
I never get through.
Oh, you accomplished
Ooh,
such a
yes,
task.
Robin. No,
I don't want
someone
remember
who can
the
explain
first
it to
call
us.
center that the tour work. We never get that one then.
You never get that.
Did you?
Oh, for sure.
Unfortunately not.
Okay,
The
so
place was
please
so careless.
tell us. Did you offend the interview? Like,
Of course,
how
of course,
did you
we feel
fail?
offended. Of course, we feel
Interview.
offended because I'm like, oh dear, Uno. It's like, let me tell you why. Why I'm feeling whenever I get through. It's like in the interview process, one lady that interviewed me, and she asked me like to explain confidentiality. I think that's what it was. At the time, I don't remember what I said, but we did say some form of foolishness. And she's like, we will let you know. I'm right.
Yeah, we tried to pull something out of the hat. Confidentiality. Well, it sounds like confidence. So,
Say some form of foolishness.
Alright, well, we can't get it. So, people here have it. It is possible, apparently, to not get a call center job. Here is the living and breathing proof of it all. But, what I say is that I don't necessarily think it is the only job to get out of university. Maybe coming out of high school, yeah, you know, the Jamaica school system is set up, despite the fact say you have a grade 1 in a construction, you have a grade 1 in an electrician, you have a grade 1 in a geo, it doesn't qualify you to do anything, which I think is kind of unfortunate. I mean, you go to school for 5 years or 7 years in some person's cases, and you prep for this big exam, we're supposed to prove that you know something, and when you come out of high school, the only thing that it qualifies you to do is to go to more school. So I kind of think end up to work in a call center, which I think is kind of unfortunate. You know, if I have someone a little better, you know, C-Sec and Cape, you know, supposed to can do something more than just that. But coming out of university now, I feel like a lot of people only have the option, or feel like they only have the option of going to a call center because of my biggest reason. I think I said before already on the podcast, I'm not sure, remind you people. But people don't prepare for university, and people don't know why they are going to university. People don't have a plan for what they are going to do when they left school. Hence, when they get the degree, you're just out there in the wilderness and you say, well, I have to go work anyway, so why not go on a call center? So you'll find that in the call centers, that person start off, and you'll find a whole heap of managers, a lot of trainers, a lot of persons in operations, with a degree in a pharmaceutical or in a whatever you want to pronounce, people in a law. Now I'm saying that what does law have to do with this managerial post?
Right.
What does a degree in engineering have to do with this post? And how me always say it, I don't want to take up too much time compared to me chat enough. But you had to go to school. All right.
It's like every time I have to tell you this, it's a podcast, just talk. What is this? If we feel like we want to say something, we'll just interrupt you.
All right. I feel so taken into consideration now. I'm going to continue talking.
Well, yeah, like how your part.
Yes, good.
So something else I want to talk about was that same thing you were talking about on that point, about leaving university. Now, you leaving university, I think what happens with most people is they don't set up the kind of connections that they need, that when they leave university they can actually do something with that degree. So I feel like
True.
because I've heard of people who, in doing a finance degree, doing a business degree, and through the connections that they made, immediately start working in the bank or immediately start working at some finance company, right?
There's a couple of friends did that.
Right. So it's just that I think it's something that I 100% believe, because I went to university in Jamaica. They don't teach you how to create professional connections there. None at all. It's like most people who do create them is through personal connections first.
Alright.
And
So
then
links, basically.
links, exactly. My mother know your grandmother who have couple daughter we are this. And then she
Well, so
mentioned it
basically,
here.
our how would I describe it? Through a social link and not a professional link.
Right, that is exactly.
All right.
That's exactly so. And if you don't have any professional link, then the next thing is I believe that we don't like. All right, so I have an engineering degree, and I want to go look at work. I don't focus solely on the engineering department when I'm looking for work. I just look for the next available thing. I feel like a lot of people, once they leave university, that is the mindset that they start looking for jobs with versus looking for something in their field, right? One, they might think, oh, it's too hard, me not experience, and all these things. And everybody wants to make money right out of the gate. And personally, I'm the same way. Like, more I make money right out of the gate. Like, I'm saying it's a good thing to work in the field. You might not get paid as much as you deserve with a degree, the degree, but at least you're working at the field, you can make
Your
those
piece
connections.
of paper.
Right, the piece of paper where it's supposed to say you can go up on the plant and you know how to use a hammer and a nail. You know what I mean? That paper that's supposed to tell you that. But a lot of people, when they do leave university, they don't focus solely on what they left with. As adults said as well, is that most of them just go because like so when them get the degree, I never really something with them did I pursue really. Them just go to class, them I go just to stay afloat. I do something with them life in the meantime. And not saying something is completely wrong with that, because at least you go to school. Some people not go to school.
But you need a reason.
You go to school.
I don't know.
But
I feel like I literally feel like that right now, because me currently I pursue one degree, a same year, and the degree is mainly about like customs. But the thing is that, like, if you know me, like, you know me despise customs. Like, come on now, me can go for and buy my iPhone 13 Pro Max for like how much thousands of dollars.
Customs, I just never see it. No, but I just never see it. I say like, I just study. I say why? When did all this happen?
Right? Like, I don't know. It's like I'm so conflicted, because you can imagine buy your expensive iPhone, your $1,500 iPhone from foreign, only for pay $1,500 again for bring it in your own country. Come on, no, them somebody like hurt my heart. Them somebody cut my heart. You can't pay again for my iPhone. So I don't know.
And the thing,
it's
you
kind
have to
of
pay shipping for that phone too, Yeah, pay shipping for that phone too, So you pay for the phone, you pay shipping and handling, and you come again and you have to pay again. Forget it.
No, me at all like you fly go the United States, for example, and then you come back to your country. So you carry that. And if they no say brand new, you have to pay for that.
Wow. But yeah, so I basically I said that not really relate to. Like, even if you get a degree in customs management, you're not gonna work there. Not even gonna try. Pursue.
Well,
everything. Because it encompasses immigration too. Or probably the immigration instead. I don't know how I tell myself.
My take on the situation, people may know supposed to talk about customs, but everything I tie, no worry yourself, people. The thing is that at university, all me view it, you get a degree, but I feel like everybody hell bent for using the degree in one way. I'm gonna think you have to use the degree in one. You basically get, in my opinion, how me see it. You get a shovel, you must have to use it for shovel. If you want to use the shovel.
I mean, the shovel.
So wait, that's like the worst analogy ever.
If you believe,
to be honest, shovel was a verb.
You have a shovel.
Like the shovel.
You have a shovel, and a shovel is meant to be used to dig. The shovel is meant to be used to dig, or using the action of shoveling or digging, whichever one you want.
It's used
and
to
you
shovel.
Get up one day with the idea and say, no, sir, the shovel, and this a shovel alone I have. Now I use that shovel as a hammer. Now me looking at you, I said that you take mad.
Who are going to use a
sick.
shovel as hammer?
Oh, first of all, exactly. But yeah, expressed to me say, yo, that shovel alone I have, you know. Basically made the situation and see where it can work, you know. You know, go ahead now and do your thing. I'm say, blow. You know, say John Brown from Rona, Wappy fill up and use one shovel as one hammer people and it work out better than one hammer. Now you are your responsibility that now, you know, for apply it. So I think that persons get them degree and expect people get them let's say for example you get an engineering degree and you left university and you just look for engineering work. Boom, the engineering work na demo. You go sit down and you go cuss and say, oh, I go to school for much years and you know I get my engineering degree and not engineering work na demo. Apply the concept of engineering to anything, and I think that can be done. Persons can apply their degree to anything. So I think that a lot of people will leave university and end up in the call center because they tell themselves them spend all the time and get their degree and there's no job to facilitate their degree. But the fact is that your degree can be used to do anything that you want it to do because it is just information that you have gathered over a specific amount of time, and you know must have used it in a different field. So I just want to get like a short example. You have a man who study geometry at school, but geometry at university. He good in math and then he decided to go to university to study geometry. Now, me being a sane person, I said like, what a person use geometry do? Why the hell ever even need this? But anyways, he goes to study geometry. And the thing is that he actually likes to dance. He uses geometry to create dance choreography. So he will plot the geometrical shape on a graph, and then he will have a group of dancers foremost in that shape, and then he will, I don't know what the term, I will use algebraic terms to plot the movement of the shape to move from one point of the graph to the next, and then set up a choreography that mimics that. And I say, who on earth would have thought that somebody can use geometry for create dance routines? But that is one man. I say, boy, maybe me can try it out and see how it works. So I just think that everybody gains information. It is up to you to decide what you want to do with it. And I don't think that people express that level of innovation there with them degree, because really and truly they don't know nothing, dog. People go to university all the time and then just beg people do assignment for them and you know SWAT and all of them something there. By the time you left in remember you don't know nothing because you never really gain no information.
To Casper, why that sounds so personal? That sounds like somebody that asks you.
No, because no, to be honest, because no, you see what I mean? The first time me go to university, the first university I went to people.
Wow, he went to multiple.
Because I've been to, let's say, more than one. The first time, so the first university I went to, I had that experience, and I went to a teacher's college first, people, and it really hit me that I'm supposed to know what I am studying when I went on teaching practice and I was in the class, and the teacher said, Adel, alright, Casper, teach the people. And I'm like, what? Is this lady serious? I'm sitting at Michael every day just lounging out away, and this lady dare ask me to teach her class. What is she getting paid for? But anyways, we'll go up there, I'm gonna do a thing, but it really don't tell me that, hey, the university really and truly not gain any knowledge because I have nothing to produce to these kids. So we know that from experience. Let's go to school and you just SWAT. And if it is that you have somebody, you know somebody who in a third year where do the assignment before you just make them do it. So that is really the concept of fear a lot of people approach. But feel like me being in the whole call center industry and wanting to go back to school now and not having to go back to school. It is more so I have thought about it and I don't people. Well, I know it sounds crazy.
Before you go in our next point, so I have next point I go in next point now. But
yeah, that one next point I want to stop with people because Robin give me the
call center people. I feel like we talk about the people go in the call center. Me want to have people in the call center because we don't know say we don't work. Now they nothing for people. I would not go around and tell people say come work right there so because them have this benefit there, them have that benefit there. And them have post it for WhatsApp.
First of all,
and them have share the link. And I say because if me
do that,
bro, like if I go on WhatsApp, you have the amount of picture with job. And then I said roll for WhatsApp. Yeah, cause I And the call center them are telling us that if you come, you get this kind of bonus, you get that kind of bonus, and I said, come work for us. But obviously,
But I know the call center alone do that.
that's what I was gonna say. Obviously, it's a business. Obviously, they need people who work there, so them others, send out attractions and stuff. But I'm saying that we are saying that these people, it's not only on them, it's not only on them. The call centers is doing what they're supposed to do to get people in there, right? They're doing, and as you said, as I've said, it's an easy process to get into. They're not making it difficult to get into, because I think it's just a revolving door, and that is the point I want to make. I think that nothing is wrong with working at a call center. I think the problem is getting stuck there.
Okay to work at a call center.
That is the problem.
All right. Ronaldo.
Yeah.
So I have to give you an honest.
No, that is it. That's what we're gonna talk about. Getting stuck there. That is the issue. All right. Let me give that example here. So the first call center I worked at was a summer job, and I was in the university at the time. I don't know, freshman, probably a sophomore, and working there. And I was a computer science major still, but they were working a system, right? There was a guy who worked there for 30 years. I think it was 40 years old. No, it's not 40 years old. I think it was 40 years. Let's say 30 years because my memory bad.
Call center?
But it was an old guy, and he said like 30 years. I'm gonna say 30, but it feel like a 40. But I was like, 30 years at a call center? You really did that? How did you survive on a call center income for 30 years? I was so shocked. Not a manager on the floor.
Maybe
with everybody else.
Just do it for
I was like, wow.
The love of call center, are you mad?
I was shocked. 30 years, I'd have to be the CEO by that.
But that worse than the girl when we did meet on call center.
I don't mess with the girl when she did 10 years.
Yes, that worse than she.
Wow.
10 years.
And I'm like,
alright.
Yo,
30 years?
30.
Jesus.
No, the thing is that I feel like everybody have the same sentiment there for like different positions, because I've heard persons say that about police and teachers. Like somebody say, police for 30 years. Somebody say, I want teacher for 30 years. Because a lot of persons don't go into a lot of positions a lot of jobs expecting to work there for a long time. But my thing is that if it is that you love it, hold on, because Miss Karen Daly going with herself. So as I was saying, I mean, like, understand why people. No, I do understand it, because when you are in a position where you can't imagine being. You know the pain, the emotional and spiritual and physical pain that you feel to get up every day and be there. So for somebody else just do it for so long, it kind of baffles your brain. But what I've understand is that people like what them like, despite you not loving it or liking it. Somebody might find some joy.
No, but I don't understand how you can like listening to people complain every day.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing.
Somebody like that.
I had a friend.
And it's not like you can say, oh, I love the conversation. You can't argue with them.
No, but at that.
You can't argue with them. So there's no back and forth on the phone.
No, but at that be true. I have a version where I one of the call centers the moment did work, and at the time the funny thing is that they did fire him. And I see him on the road. I say, yo, boss, when I'm going to see I work, and I'm saying, no, so them, let me go. I say, yeah. I say, yeah, man, but me get a next work, man. Up such and such. I say, yeah, man, because I love it, you know. You see when the man say, I love it. I don't know if you ever watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where sometime when the show get at the man stop and the man looking at the camera. Might have someone stop and I look. I say, the man is serious.
And then look in the proverbial camera, like right in a God face.
When the man say, yeah man, it's a good thing for me to go ahead and get for reason, and him really did it. When him say it, I stop and I listen to him and say, and what I get from it is like him enjoy reasoning with people. When him go up on the phone, I feel him opportunity that for get to know people and get for reason with different. I really want them page that they will build a rapport with customer and getting on them business and all of them life story. Me not upon that. Want assist you. I don't want to hear about your dog. I don't want to hear about your cat. I don't want to hear about your dead husband. I don't want to hear about none of that. Take that assistance. Come off on the phone. No, but for sure. But for true, and it go back to the question where you asked Robin. And my honest answer to is working at a call center a good thing? I would say no. But you have to be able to make the most of the experience, because I have been there and I acknowledge that it isn't a good place, or the places that I have worked. I don't know if I just bad lucky, but the places that I've worked, I can't sit to somebody and say, yo, that company are just great, that company are just do something so good, come and work. I would not refer anybody to come and do that. What I would say to persons, you are fresh out of high school, or you are fresh out of a situation, you don't know how to manage money, you don't know how to take care of yourself, you need some money in your pocket, you need to figure out how it is that you will take care of yourself. Approach the call center, learn what it is like to get a paycheck and learn how to budget. Learn what it is like to deal with rude people and still maintain the composure.
Yeah.
Learn what it is like to show up to your job early, because excluding the call center, not a lot of jobs. A lot of jobs you get paid you get paid for your salary. So even if you come late, you still get a full pay. In a call center, you get paid by the hour. So if you come late, a little bit of money some money shave off what you're supposed to get. So I say it really teaches you how to learn what it is like to show up to somewhere early and stick to a schedule and really work with higher ups. It is really a good introduction to the cold and harshness of what the business world has to offer. And when you graduate out of it, you can really take those pieces to learn what it is that you are going to do once it is that you possibly have your own business, or once it is that you're in a position, a managerial position or a boss-like position, to know how to handle people, because it's a great example how terrible you can be treated. And it really shows you how to have some compassion and how to really work good within a business. So it is not a good place to work, in my opinion, but it teaches you a lot.
Right. So it's not a good place to work, right? But it's a good place to start. And I agree with that 100%. It's a good place to start, and you get a lot of experience. And honestly, if you go into it with I'm here to learn, I'm here to grow, and eventually graduate mindset, and all of the things that you're experiencing, you're taking them and you're finding the value in them, then 100%.
And that's enough for the people.
But if you are going in there with I'm going to exactly make a lot of money and start my life, and
I mean, like, I've heard of people who went to call center and able to buy cars, so calm down.
No, but that's a car. But still, a car is a car.
Oh,
but
also, not
and
because
It's a big step in life.
not because
It's a
you're
big
at a
step
call
in
center
life.
means you have to only do that job, right? You can do other things as well.
Yeah,
So you
exactly.
don't
You
have to
can
have
have
like
things
one
to get a car.
call center job, you can have two.
Like
One
Steve
morning
one?
shift, one night shift.
Whoa. Not one,
Morning
but two.
shift, then evening shift.
Are you
How would
saying
you tell me
Bro,
that?
I remember walking off of a call center interview because they asked me if I'll be available at 3 a.m. in the morning. I was like, I'm sorry.
I mean, I've
Don't
worked
have that kind of
that shift
time.
for him finish at 2 in
People-
the morning. So that's
And then that's the next thing too. And it's applicable to outside of the call center. People know what to get in themselves into. Not because you don't want to work on a settle for everything. Because as
Right.
much as you don't want to work, then people that want to work as too. Because if 100 people them want and them interview 500
Ooh, I'm
people
glad you said
and them
that.
say everybody have to work. If and then pitch to everybody say I have to be available at 3 o'clock in the morning. And all 500 people say nope. Better believe said there's going to be an ad in the paper the following week. Post adjusted, no more 3 a.m. shifts, and say really some people stopping them call center people are frightened and asking if they're willing for work on holidays and no. And if it now work out and move on to
But it's
the next.
supply and demand though, Casper. So if only people say, alright, then them just buy the bullet and say, alright, me work at 3 a.m. Or if you know I work at 3 a.m., then I just, that for you, you're not getting no work.
No, not really,
Lunch
no.
time,
Because
yeah.
I have a
We were
perfect
sitting in a
example
call
for this.
center.
I have a perfect example. And obviously, I
Especially
cannot
when
call.
we work.
Wait, Casper, I have a perfect example. Let me get it out before I forget. So I have a perfect
Alright.
example. I remember I went to
Thank you for
Kingston.
politely asking though.
Of course, I'm a very nice guy. So, I went to New Kingston to do a interview for a call center, right? In my nice lime green shirt
And that's when I get to work.
and my
You
black
don't know the
pants and
people
my
them
black
eye.
tie.
Let me say, this looks like,
You know,
Looking
walking after this,
sharp.
the church are too bright.
I check him I'm nauseous.
Yo, you guys, it was a very nice shirt, okay? And when the story ends, you guys are gonna feel so bad for laughing. Anyways, nice lime green shirt, black tie, black pants, nice shoes. Cause I go to church, I have nice church. So, anyways, in the interview, and they're asking, and this is one thing that Casper was talking about. Your availability kind of means a lot with the call center works. On the BPO industry, your availability does work a lot because you work on shifts, and that's literally on the clock, literally. So I would say most, but I have been in only like 2. But in this one particular, they asked me, what are my availabilities like? Would I be willing to work on a Sunday? And then also, would I be available at 3 a.m.? I was like, no, I would not be available on a Sunday because of religious reasons, and I would not be available at 3 a.m. That wasn't religious reasons, but I didn't give a reason. I just said that after the religious reason.
Yeah.
Hoping that she would ask about the 3 a.m. thing, which she didn't, so I was pretty smart, right? But at that time, she said, well, we are actually looking for people who would be available around this time. So unfortunately, we don't think we can move forward. And I was like, all right, thank you. And this is another thing, guys. If you're not getting what you want, don't say, well, you're lucky.
Why would you say that in an interview?
Yo, guys,
why would you say
if they're
that?
not giving what you want, keep your composure still, be respectful, and just say, well, all right, thank you for your time. I enjoyed the process, and I really appreciate the opportunity, and get your butt out of there. No, this was the first time I was actually doing this, like telling someone that what I want and standing behind it. So, I live in downtown Kingston. I was at that interview in New Kingston, and when I told you I walked home that day just thinking about the whole thing, I'm like, yo, did I make the right decision? Walk all the way. And if you live in Jamaica, you understand what I just do. Walk from New Kingston to downtown. That was a long walk.
Lord,
and when we finish walk, I just look up and say, oh, we're almost reach home.
I saw him the deep in a thought.
Deep
Yo,
in thought, bro. I
If
didn't
me
even
now walk from
notice.
Camperdown to town, why would I walk from New Kingston?
Bro, honestly, I didn't even notice I walked that far. But the reason why I said guys are gonna be upset because a couple weeks later, that same company called me and was like, all right, Mr. Watson, reviewed your application and we think we have a position for you. Are you still interested? At the time, I already had something else, so I did decline it again,
Casper.
like a G.
You decline people again, why?
Like
Yeah,
a
from
G,
my
bro. I
find
don't need your
something
work. I don't need your work.
Exactly.
Anyways, but I'm just saying.
I already got a job.
Right? But it wasn't really a job now. I was about to migrate, So I was moving on up.
Oh, I remember.
But I'm just saying
I remember
that.
this job.
Exactly, yeah. I'm just saying that you need to, let the people know what the availabilities are. Stand
Exactly.
behind it.
I make your resume
If it is for you, they're going to reach out again.
Cause me not think like right now. Me not think right now. I'm not gonna walk into an interview and disrespect the people and being like, "Oh, I'm
Yes,
just
sir.
please hire me," or "I'm just you better hire me." But I'm not gonna do that. But I feel like in the past when it comes on to applying for a job, it was more so that I need a job. If the people them say they want to work 20 hours a day, I just have to take it and done. Alright, but just agree even though I don't know, say I'm not gonna complain about it. But I think that based on the space that I'm in now, if I decide that here, you know what, my current job isn't working for me anymore, and somewhere else have one post to open up, I'm applying for it. I know what I'm bringing to the table as somebody who's been in the industry for the time that I've been in it. But I have some things for my resume where I go on with itself. But one thing is a conversation. Have some exactly Ronaldo, that definite. And other things, among other things, people. But I'm saying
wait, is there referee certification? I'm a certified referee.
Anyways, it is not me walking in some sort of desperation. It is me wanting a change. I'm simply saying, what it is that you can offer me, and you ask me, yes, basically state or ask your questions. I agree to it. If I not agree to it, my boss Ronaldo and just step left them, and then go do my thing. I know if it works out, it works out. So I would encourage people to not settle
Right.
Because when you settle, you get yourself in a sticky situation. People them ask, people them settle and say, are you able to work any shift on holidays and the weekend? You tell the people them yes. Then when you're starting people them work, people are tired to see this at call center. They're tired. They don't agree to the people them contract. They want the people them filling one shift following on the ball on Jesus Christ. And they say the people them wicked and the worst set of people them in the world and the whole company for doing so that modern day slavery and all. I'm saying, people, can you guys not read? Didn't you get a contract? Didn't you sign your name to what is exactly happening here? Because when people come to me and say like, oh, the people show watch me, I say like, bro, like, go down at HR.
This is what you agreed
stop
to.
right so with don't stop right so with me. Because I'm going to HR and the people them go kind of pull out the filing cabinet and scroll through it and pick up the contract and say, is this your name? Don't you see available to work anytime?
And so them get it. Anytime. So if you're there right, if you're there woman in your bed in the woman. And the rascal.
Work time.
And I say a lot of times people, don't get yourself into something that you can't go. Deal with it.
Alright. Yes, exactly. And as speaking of getting yourself into it, I think we're talking, and I want people to know that you're not just talking because we're sitting. We've been through it, so I will just go say I worked. I'm going to talk about a couple. I want we to talk about a couple experiences that we've had in the call center industry. Obviously, we have to allow Mr. Supervisor to go first because he
Yes, of course.
he has
Whoa, look at
such
I
a
feel
high level of
knowledge,
experience and expertise. I believe it's an invaluable. It will give us
Right?
invaluable
He
information.
has the most experience out of all of us.
Yes, so
Yes.
leave it over to you. Like share with us some of your call center experiences. Let's go with good, bad. One good one bad one, and one we just never expect. Like
personal
so hilarious.
personal experience. Let's say my worst experience in the call center industry. Well, I think I'm worst, but it's just a bad experience that I had. I was actually arguing with my manager at one point in time. No, people, I am a very respectable person,
He's a
and
pacifist.
I am not going to go to anybody's establishment with the intention to argue with them. But people. But foolishness is foolishness. I mean, I feel so bad afterwards. I say, boy, I feel like it really paint me, even though I can give good reason to say, I never me have a reason for go on the way I'm going. And I think it was good, a good image to paint within a company. But at the time, I work from home, and companies have many different processes. And as we say, them call center people, you as the company that owns the call center, you really know not what go on with KFC. If KFC CEO decides say, alright, really and truly KFC is a scam and the chicken them we are still are really frog. Because the call center don't know that. So when the customer them call in and say, but I buy the chicken, I want to look frog egg. I say, that woman is serious. What am I tell KFC said chicken? What am I talk about frog now? No, this really has a valid concern. So I talk to somebody about, but my job is not for help you with your concern. My job tell you say chicken and a foolishness I tell you because really I am taking calls and assisting KFC customers, and I indirectly work with KFC. I don't actually work for KFC. I don't think I actually work for KFC. I'm more so an employee of the BPO industry. I'm just take call. But anyways, them have them process, and the manager she just have come down with throat and tell me all kind of things was so the process work. And that woman here, and really and truly people, I'm very receptive because I want to do the work properly and just do it good. And she just said, and me just people, I'm telling you, I had a valid reason. The situation just never made the sense. I mean, just a pitch to her, but I say, woman, where tell me.
Just tell me what happened. Tell me what happened.
Alright, quick and fast. The situation, I work at a warranty service program. Let's see what I call the name. I work as a warranty service program.
Don't.
Because
We'll call it
unlike many persons, I read my contract. So anyways, so I work for a warranty service program, and pretty much it is where if it is that you buy a warranty, an extended warranty, and something wrong with your item, you call in, you file a claim, boom, we get you a resolution. So there is a process where we have to basically update the category in the system. So we say, boom, it is a laptop, this are the brand, this are the model, boom. So now if it is that you update this category incorrectly, I'm sorry. After you do that, then you have to put in what is going on with the item. Basically, whether it burned up in a fire, mechanical issue, whatsoever. It is a really big deal to get the problem codes right. So the customer called in, the people them have one, I think it's like a hoverboard, one of them fancy something that people ride on because they feel too lazy for walk.
I have
But
one.
anyways, people see them here. Right now, though, is the problem. Paying off my existence.
Bro, I'm trying to gain weight, bro. I'm not trying to lose all those calories walking to the fridge.
Well, look at that. So, somebody decided to buy one that lights up and play music. Not only does this thing have to transport it, have to light up and play music for some reason. And this one decided to stop playing music. No, I say, alright, no, there is no category for a freaking for a hoverboard that stops playing music. There is no category available in the system. So I now have to find something that best fits it. So I put mechanical. It's no somebody over the review team review it and say, this little crosses boy put the incorrect thing. So my manager now rush up now and she's saying, why did you do this? Ray and such and such. I'm saying, ma'am, I hear what you're saying and I acknowledge that I did something wrong. However, allow me to explain the reasoning behind my decision-making process. And people, when I tell you this woman was unwilling to hear what I have to say, no, people, if you know me, when you have to allow me to talk, or have to allow me to get out my point. And this woman who just wasn't having it. And I never just want to talk just because I like to talk. I had a valid reason. There was no category to update this. I don't want just did in my skin and I say, and then at one point, people, I am not kidding. The woman said, let me tell you exactly what she said. She said, yeah, irritate me. Someone said, woman, yeah, irritate me too.
To his boss. That's the thing.
I hesitate before I actually say it. Because I say, should I actually say this? Because I say, I'm fully aware of the setting I'm in. And one thing lead to the next. Big argument go on. But anyways, I'm going to come after the meeting. I say, I had enough of this lady. And you don't know what me do already. I'm log after the meeting, log out and come back because at the time me that work at home.
It was virtual because I was like, sounds like hands are going to be thrown.
Right?
No, but I can't imagine if we actually face to face. I feel like it's a good thing whenever they face to face. But I don't want big argument. But the thing is that in a professional setting, it was a really bad experience because one, I feel like you did a force on a process that didn't make any sense and did ask me for accept and I'm saying that never accept the process, lady. Just hear the reasoning behind what I have to say. I'm never getting nothing. Me feel and it's just a result of poor management skills and. Really, in terms of, and people might have a list of other stories, but that was just the one where come to mind because it is the last encounter that I had. Because after I'm saying, you know what, I'm not do that ever again. But so I'll keep my head down, go work doing supposed to until I don't have to do it anymore. In terms of good experiencing.
Well, that's what you're saying, but to me, it sounds like you just decided to be finished with the grunt work and like, I'm not going to be one of these grunts that the manager is going to shout at. I'm going to just move myself up. So I don't have to deal with it.
So I don't have to deal with you again.
I don't have to deal with
but you see, what I mean, alright, I guess people are going to have them own saying feed, but all me did see it is that it take a lot of energy for argue with people. It take a lot of energy for argue with people. It take a lot of energy for fight. It take a lot of energy for all of them sort of people. And naturally, I don't have it. But me find the energy that's there. And the concept of pull that energy they out of me. And I don't want to expel the energy to do all of those things. So I think it is better. I thought that it was better to simply say, here what? You want me to do 1, 2, 3? I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to be the best 1, 2, 3 step taker that there is in this company. Because if I do that, then you guys won't have to talk to me and I won't have to speak to you. And it has been working well for me, and that is the approach that I simply take. So other than that, in terms of like truly wonderful experiences for sure the people, one thing we can say is that we do the work, I'm winning like one microwave, one grill and a lot of cash. So that is it.
Alright, so what about like a hilarious experience? Like one hilarious.
I'm not going to place off a laugh. I'm not going to place off an interact with nobody. Zeal, we're going to work, and go beyond. So in terms of like funny things,
Just have to be funny.
No,
It's
no.
just that I'm a comedian, so I'm always looking for a joke. But
people,
interesting. Anything interesting happening in these?
anything
places?
interesting?
Yeah.
All right. Here's the thing, because we said earlier, I am not the type of customer. I'm sorry, I'm not the type of agent that will get into all of them customer your business. Really and truly, don't want here. So
no deep chattings.
I will tell you,
Resolve the
though,
issue
I-
and
people,
come off the phone.
alright, here's the thing, and more than I hear people outtake on the scenario. There's a lady who called me one time, right? I think I shared that scenario with Robin already. A lady called me one time, and as I says, I want your service. She called up on the phone, and she called and she say, yo, our phone burn up in a fire, and she want to file a claim. No, we not file, but in order for file a claim, you have to have the item. So I said, Mama, can you retrieve me? Literally asked the lady, and he feels so bad afterwards when me ask her. So I said, you have time to retrieve the ashes. And I asked her that, and she said no. She never answered me in a way where like she said, I want to eat that. I want that movie. And the reason why she didn't do that is because her daughter died in the fire. No. I am telling people.
Mercy.
Yo.
To show you, I don't know what it is, people, and if you know think my heart cold, then I am willing to accept that. Cause looking back, find message, Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
Because when the woman says so, the first thing that will come to my mind, I said, "Oh, my daughter just dead." And you file one claim today by your phone, like, lady, what are you doing here? Why are you?
Her prayer, she need to recheck her priorities. Like, come on
So, and me feel so bad that me feel so bad that I could empathize with her if I say, oh God, like, you know, your daughter, me just never know how to do it. So, and the things that we could assist her, so we have to say, oh, lady,
retrieve the burn up. Oh.
my ass, me can't be so massive, man.
Wow.
For
The
retrieve
best
that
one,
shit,
two,
dog.
three. Like honestly, like.
My youth, man, I tell you see, that is what happens when you become a robot, man.
Yeah.
You lose our sense of feeling, my youth. So I could empathize with her. I just have to reassure her, say, ma'am, I am sorry that we aren't able to assist with the issue. I wish the circumstances were different, but hush. And then, excluding that, never say hush, but you know, more apologize for the fact. And then,
Ush is like some disrespectful.
Yeah.
Ush is like, shut up, stop talking.
yeah, in a Jamaican language, hush is like, sorry, not sorry. So,
Sorry. Stop. Oh, sorry, that's sorry. It's so disgusting.
So so that's the experience there. But the very first call center that Ronaldo and I were at, the first time I remember ever be like
Killing this.
sarcastic or
Yes,
careless to
yes.
one customer. It's like this girl should come on the phone, and we had like a cancellation process. Like when we cancel the people them stuff, I can't remember what the service was, but we cancel it. You had to wait like 14 days to get your refund. And this girl, yo, I'm telling you, the girl, me want like the girl, me get the call when the shift is done. So you're already irritated.
Yes.
You
The
already
worst
irritated
call.
me.
Minutes when
The worst call.
You irritate me
Yeah.
by existing, because if you never exist, you could have called my phone. So your mere existence irritates me right now. So I say, oh lady, here we go on. We cancel it, 14 days for your refund. 14 days time, you're get it. No, I want my refund now, ma'am. I said 14 days. There's nothing else I can actually do about this. I have to wait the 14 days. I have to actually back and forth, my time. Me just stand up strong dog on that bush, because my yard me want. And she insists, I don't want just insist. And I said, it's just 14 days. She say, you want to? She said, we can't forget it, because me feel so accomplished afterwards, dog. I'm gonna say, you want me to wait an entire month to get a refund? And I said, the last time I checked, there's 30 days in a month. And I said, 14 days for your refund, my I'm telling you, the woman trace and hang up the phone, my youth. And then the next day, my youth, I got written up for it, my youth. My youth, I said, yo, my youth, never regret it. I said,
Wow.
we feel like I the most appropriate response for the level of irritation of that woman here. I give me right now. Come been out to the 13 days, been out to the 14 days, I got tell me the whole month. I said, lady, is it me check or something? Anyway, so in terms of call center,
Wow.
could I go on and on.
That's
on.
hilarious.
But yes,
Alright,
people.
Robin. I know you worked at a couple.
I mean, yes, I have had a couple.
So it's good, bad,
Um,
and interesting because it don't have to be funny.
Yo, you know what you tell them, Robin? What you tell them, boy? You remember the service where you tell me, boy? But them put up the promotion
Yes.
for the people.
Jesus.
Hey.
Jesus.
Oh.
So interesting.
I mean, good. That can be like the interesting one. So a good experience was that I remember like it was so simple. So the first, I think it was the second call center that I worked. Remember when I told you guys like the three of us were supposed to work at one call center together, but you know, people them said that you tell that sense. You know, no confidentiality mean so.
You said don't want this confidentiality.
So can't I am. So after that, I did feel kind of so bad. So I did end up go another call center and I get through this with flying colors. Like people am saying,
them
man,
people
you
in
tell
the
no
business
man
more
do.
confidentiality.
Right? They nobody asked me. And obviously we know they're gonna make the same mistake twice. But anyways,
I'm pretty sure Robin went home, looked up confidential, I studied
Yes,
the next
yes,
interview.
so I think the second place that I went to was a place dealing with printers. I'm not gonna say exactly why, cause you know, whenever I read my contract, but I feel like in my contract somewhere, then I'm not supposed to talk about that. But we basically work at one place where they were printers, and it was such a simple issue. Like our printer never did a print something, and the lady called my phone and said, "Oh, my printer's not working." So I send her one we send her one fax or something, and the printer magically start working. She's like, "Oh, thank you," and I'm like, "Can I speak to your supervisor?" I'm like, "Why you want to speak to my supervisor? I'm literally getting the issue resolved, miss." She's like, "I would just want to speak to your supervisor." Someone just passed it to my supervisor, and she did. And what she tell the supervisor was that, "Oh, he was the best person that assisted me today," and such, and yada yada yada. So I did feel good about that.
Yes,
But
sir.
bad
Somebody boots up your head.
Boots
To send them one
Yes.
fax.
Talk to me nicely. But anyways,
Respect.
so like you're gonna move to the other call center. The one I'm just quit. The one I'm feel like I don't work at one call center ever again. Ever. Like I despise the call center so much. Like at this one, this was the worst experience I ever have. So me working at this call center, this is a what do I call it? Like internet service provider. I won't tell you which one, but it's an internet service provider.
Exactly. Yeah, we can work with that.
So one lady did want our bill. So the woman called my phone. Me I got through my processes for verify and whatnot and what for it.
Yeah,
So,
1, 2, 3 steps. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. So me I try tell this lady our bill. I'ma tell the lady this code cause that's what me I say. The lady at the time say no, this is not my bill. Cause
People,
I
the
work at
quotes
a
are like
call
around
center.
12 grand. Or like around 15 grand, something like that. Just to get an idea what the quote was.
So yes, like 12 grand or $15,000 because she I don't know what going to fear us, but maybe I pity them and use internet or something. But it was a only for money upon our bill. So me I tell the lady this, the lady at the pan, "Oh no, that is not my bill. This is not my bill. I work at call center as well. You better you know for read bill, sir. But so you not read the bill good." So I said, "Miss, I me work at a place." Let me never tell her that. But me I think to myself, I me work at a place or you work at a place. You gotta come tell me, say you not read the bill good. So I say, "Miss, this is what they do." So she keep on back and forth. So I say, "Here we go on." That was the first. I feel it was the first time I literally get so frustrated and I just end one call. Like me, as a person, like hang up the phone. Like I'm not depend the bag of chatting. I'm my job or your job. So I'm just hang up the phone same time. But she's like, "Can I speak to a supervisor?" I'm just hang up the phone same time. So she have a call back somebody, and them will transfer it to somebody. I mean, never like get away from me.
People, more want to tell you this. You see that call center where Robin work, people. Him is a part of the people. I the worst company in general. The worst. It was the worst one.
It's the worst.
I work. People, I just do work. Worst customer service. Worst everything. But Robin did tell me one other
the interesting story. Guys, I think that's what he has.
Yeah, the same place. The same place.
Yeah,
interesting
same
story.
place. So I the same thing with the billing situation. I make a really think to them company, a scam man, a group of people sit down in them white collar shirt and say, "Oh, are we going to scam these ghetto people? There's no money there, but they will find it and give it to us." I said, it's diabolical, or diabolical, whatever you want to describe it as. But I don't know if you remember there's something with the promotion them did have, and then put up.
The thing is that it's because I ate the place so much, I tried to like put that in the past I tried to like empty my mind of.
So let me tell a
everything
story,
I
people,
wanted to
because
do.
I
Well,
am a
Guess
consumer.
what wanted to tell a story
I
from
know
the
what-
beginning.
People, you see, as a
Make
consumer
Casper
of the
tell-
company,
make
let me
Casper
tell you
tell
something, we
Casper.
get so
It hurt Casper heart
cross.
so much.
We get so
Yo.
cross and dark with him telling people. So basically, the services that, or the situation is that the woman calling for the phone, right? And the woman has said to Robin, say, yo, I'm gonna bill this one for the bill or the bill so much. So Robin had tell her, say, yo, you know, say, the bill this and such, I got to pay it. So the lady has said, but the bill don't usually come to so much money. So Robin has said, yo, but you take the upgrade, the other day. So the lady has said, which motherfucking upgrade? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So what actually happened is that the company put up an ad that says here what? Upgrade to this package and get the first
I think it was 3 months.
3 months free.
Yeah.
But they never put it nowhere. They never put it
I
absolutely
remember the story now. I
nowhere.
remember the story now, yeah.
They didn't put it anywhere that this was only for new customers. So
Like
everybody
existing
know,
ones.
including the old customers, them take the package now. But the package actually cost like around one extra 12 grand or something like that. One
Yeah.
extra like 9 grand or something like that. Would I carry a bill to like 12 grand or 15 grand or something
Yeah,
like that?
like around about that
So the
much.
woman I called in and I said, what the fuck what is this? What is going on here?
You can imagine, you
Robin
used to like a
now-
$4,000 bill and now you're billing like $15,000.
Exactly.
No,
This woman don't have no money because me think Robin she just do it for the pity them and I'm back to school. So I said that woman had done no money already. And then on top of that, because the woman done watch all the cable already and use the internet, she can't get no refund. So I'm saying
No.
it really spoke to me because I'm saying a group of people had to come up with this scheme. A group of people had to sit down in a room and said, let's put out the ad. And then, we can imagine, like a group of people say, alright, I'll put out the ad. And somebody said, alright, here I go do. Don't tell them, say, I'm the new customer. And then everybody just start clap and say, you're getting a raise, John. And I said, no, dog. Like, this had to be.
It was so
This-
evil.
It is so
Diabolical.
evil,
As Casper
my
would
youth,
say.
for a company do that to my youth. And I think people really take into consideration the seriousness of them. Some here, you for a company must come up with a scam like that, and there is nobody in your country for present. First of all, American people sue for everything. American people are
Yes.
sue.
Them coulda run them
fact say
risk there, yes. Them
Starbucks
coulda do
is
that.
hot, and the fact say a 6-inch subway isn't actually 6-inch, and nobody that was sue a company out here for come up with such an outrageous scam like that, man. I think it is sad, and then the word get left on the call center people then for pick up all that slack them.
I'm pretty sure business was booming.
We felt so bad for the poor lady. Because she
Well,
couldn't.
Some year
and
call- some year
the thing
call
is that
center.
the thing is that she didn't want to downgrade it, but she have to pay for the service before she can downgrade it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Yep.
We make an extra extra $9,000.
But it only goes to show. I saw them call center yesterday, man.
Yes, that's so.
I saw the company and the call center, the company.
Yes, I know the
And-
call
and the-
center, the company them.
But the thing what the call center I just did despise, like the place did come in. If you don't know about Jamaica go always say things are party shop. And if you know what party shop mean, like it mean the place careless to our next level.
Shaka,
that
shaka.
was that company.
Not
company
you guys
did-
using
the-
additional Jamaican
Not
terms.
we're using patois terms to describe
Explain
patois
what-
terms.
No man, the place was an extra level of carelessness. Cause me can't understand. It's like you have this support line. If you go upon it, like if me not really know something and understand something, I need help, I'm texting at this group, cause I'm have this big group chat now. You need to be in there. Once you register with the company, you need to be in there, and you get reprimanded if you don't sign in or some form of foolishness. So me sign in and I ask for help. Me not gonna get help until 20 minutes later. Like, hey, can I get some help with this call? 20 minutes later. Hey, what's up? What do you need? The customer gone. What else? what help me I gonna need? When the people have come up for the phone a long time.
Me wish me still work. Me
upset me.
wish me still work on it. No, I don't wish I.
No.
I'm just simply saying.
I'm glad
Like-
to leave there.
I want to have like one short exit experience. More like somebody. Like on like the final days I work at one call center, like I don't know, me just I have like you see when me I resign, everybody gonna know say me I resign. You know, I don't know, I think I feel like if it is that nobody cross me, I gonna be one of them people who left the company on a bad foot. You know, I'm gonna fling the chair about the place and take out the computer and dash it about the place. Anybody tries to
people are gonna call police for you.
Somebody text me in a chat and I talk to her. I say, hey, what do you feel like?
So before Casper gets any more violent, how about you, Ronaldo? So was it good, bad, and interesting?
Yeah, good, bad, and interesting. Good. I would say, alright, as it would be additional to, one of my earlier comments. As a computer science student, I did go into this call center. I think it's the same one that, me and Casper work at. And they had this system where they were writing on notes. Writing on notes, bro, like pen and paper. And have a computer in front of them. I was like, what is this? So I went on the system and realized that instead of writing notes, you can actually just, copy and paste everything and then send it in one little memo to the next person using their extension versus like they were literally writing on sticky notes and explaining across. And I was like, one, I don't like to talk to people at the time. So you're literally
putting me in a situation. Casper, he's working at a call center.
Wow, my God.
The irony.
But at first, when they found out about my little cheat, they were upset. Who said you could do this? Who told you that, this system was accessible to you? And I was like, but it is though. Like, it is accessible to everybody. Everybody can use this, and we don't have to be getting up and going back and forth. And it turns out that everybody's starting using it. Did I get the credit for it? No. Nobody.
Why would you?
Wow.
What do you think this is, man?
Yo. I didn't get the credit for it, but deep down inside, I knew that when I came to work and I heard someone saying, my extension is dash, send it over to me. I did that.
Wait, I lied.
Trendsetter.
I did that.
Whoa,
bro.
I can't believe that, people.
I did
you
that.
see here that a lot, but look at that. I'm speaking with the inventor himself. I did not know that.
I was like, that was a good, the best feeling every time. Every time.
The people them should have
They should have promoted me to management of the whole floor. I don't know what they were waiting on. But anyway, I'm going to have to take some notes from Casper of how the whole promotion thing works.
Yeah, apparently.
But the bad would be let me see. Personally, I'm not a person who really have any bad issues with anybody really. I would say the bad would just alright. So I was working on an account with dealing with something. So I was working on an account that dealt with educational issues, and then they put me on an account dealing with medical issues, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So I did not know what to say on any of these calls because that's totally different script. And then I was on this medical thing. I didn't know what to do. I was so terrible.
People put you over there for your work, your magic. But I didn't do anything because you get a picture and salty because I never highlight you.
So the fact that they did that to me, I was like, right. And I just had pure bad calls because I didn't really know what to do. But I would say the interesting would be one. I have a couple interesting. It was a fun place. The people wasn't that bad, honestly. It was a fun place because of two things. One, they played music at one point,
and we watched TV too.
Right. Yes. So it was entertaining.
Wow, must be nice.
And honestly, the music was good. It wasn't good. It wasn't like that. It wasn't reggae. It was just like pop and those kind of songs, which I can actually like. So I was.
So you need to put in a request then, man. Like say put in some dancehall or.
Bro, if they had played any dancehall at Jamaica, right, and people would have whine at them cheer and go on, but you can't have that at work.
And exactly, I'm like, we can't have that on these calls.
So that was good, but the thing that I was blown. They had this wall where people who fell asleep.
Them telling picture?
It took their pictures and posted them on the wall. And I remember looking at that wall and be like, yo, I'll never be up there. Like,
yo, that's the thing, that is the thing, that's the thing. You walk past it in the morning and say, you're not gonna catch me. I'm not gonna reach up there, so.
I got caught the worst possible way, bro.
My youth.
I was head back, mouth wide open.
First of all, the thing is that
I'd be
you don't even
I'm
get a
cringing
walk. You don't
already.
even get a walk. First of all, you see when your picture get tech, you don't even have the slightest clue
Exactly.
it even happen. You just show up at work and
I
see
see a
yourself on
picture
the wall.
up there. As you don't know who's taking a picture, right? It's not like someone that walk around and say, "Oh, if you drop asleep, you're going to take a picture." So when you see the person that come and start shake up yourself, I say, "I'm gonna drop asleep."
I couldn't believe it.
Yo, head back, mouth wide open, the little mic hanging up in the air. And like when they took the picture, it's like my spirit told me that somebody was looming over me. So by the time I opened my eyes, the deed was done.
But you see, that's another thing. My experience is so different because I'm so upset. And I say, "Oh, did I not know this?" Because it's almost like
When
a
them
thing
catch you
said,
as well.
of course, my youth. And the thing is that
Why am I not surprised? Can you
the
sleep
thing is that
anyway?
my youth.
Anyway, you sleep.
But me don't have a routine. I have a position. I have a stance. So when I see, I make sure to get a comfortable sleep in like 5 minutes tops, and wake up, feel refreshed and all that, my youth. So there is no possible way there's no possible way for you to make sure. There isn't even a possible way for your system to even sleep. But my youth.
There's
no
no
way.
way.
But anyways, people.
Yeah, that was my hilarious one. Like, that was interesting. Yo, call centers can be really fun, can be really gloomy. Lot of drama. Lot of drama.
Hey,
there,
you know, so to be
Even
honest,
get into that.
I feel like the next
if we get into that
episode,
right, it was the next couple hours.
I don't mean
Because
I
my
that's
sister
true.
worked at the call center and Jesus.
A while ago
No,
when
no.
Ronaldo said drama, man, not tell him, man, some story come to mind. But those stories are for another time, people. So next week, hope to see everybody back for another episode. Right now we can tell other people that this is the pinnacle for greatness that is to come next, people. Right now when it comes on to the podcast, we have been trying our best to keep people engaged, basically to test the waters, especially seeing the fact that we are now officially on YouTube. Over the next couple of months, people, we are going to invest into truly bringing the entertainment value to you, really truly getting the content, what word more I use? I use shot, but I try to appeal to everybody. But anyways, people, really try
I
to
feel
make
like-
sure say,
I
Top
feel
tier.
like enough
high
people
quality.
understand this in a long time.
yeah, we feel like
Whatever.
Ronaldo just simply try to get for the top tier. But anyways, people, for the next
So
couple of
like-
weeks, people, mark this as the beginning of something great, people. We'll come out coming in hot. So once again, people, you know, follow up on
Guess what? Let's
Instagram,
come
like.
like one of them hype people there. Them hype man there.
Bro, you know see iPad my youth. You see iPad my. True, me I feel tailor myself my feel appeal to the people outside of Jamaica, Mike. You want to see hype, brother? But anyways, people, you know, as I say, like on Instagram, follow up on YouTube, like the video them to do whatever on YouTube. Listen wherever on the listen on podcast. We are on Spotify and a whole bunch of different places. So as I say, over the next couple of months, people working hard for this entertainment value and keep you guys engaged. So with those of you wishing on joining and coming with us on this journey, people.
I'm
Did I
saying.
just say coming on us?
You not say that. It's like the second thing. It's a
Whoa.
second
That's
crazy
the
thing.
second
I
Whoa,
said.
Why
because
is it
remember
you
the
said?
first one, I think he said something about
Come down your throat or something like Yes, and I'm like,
Yo,
we say
and
I
I
want to
just
see Ronaldo
held my
face. And then
composure.
it's like,
You
come
you
on, or
dirty
something like,
dogs.
Wow.
Don't anyways.
And you must tell them something, you know.
I can tell the kind of conversations you're having.
I'm gonna tell you. That beer killing conversation about.
That is I, people. It is the product and the power of the ghetto. So anyways, so people, see you next week. That is me, Casper, him, Ronaldo.